Hello, hello, hello. Real quick, I wanted to give you, well, it might not be that quick. Real quick, I wanted to make an addendum. I hate addendums, but making an addendum to my first impression of Big Little Lies. So, I was convinced, peer pressure, to go back and finish the show. I still stand by my feelings that there's so much good TV on that if you have a lot of good TV to watch, you don't need to rush and watch the show. But I will say that this show was excellently executed. And I kind of said that in the first impression. I said that you have these amazing actresses, you have these amazing actors, you have Reese Witherspoon, you have Nicole Kidman, you have Shailene Woodley. You have so many great people in this show. And you do have these kid actors, and I will give it to them. The kid actors actually do a good job. I'm not a fan of child actors, I said it before, but they actually did a phenomenal job. I think everyone in this cast did a phenomenal job. One of the great things about this show was the soundtrack, was the music, and the fact is the kids actually brought most of the music. So, if nothing else, you could watch the show just to hear songs you haven't heard in so long, and I'm not talking about like songs you're not gonna like, songs we all relate to, songs from our childhood, songs from our adulthood, songs our grandparents will recognize, some songs our parents will recognize, songs that are surprising that a child would even know. This show will make you uncomfortable. There is a lot of violence in this show. This show does a very good job at blurring the lines between passion and violence. Which is a serious subject matter. So the show does a good job at that. Show does a very good job at that, and it gets to the point where you're not even sure. You know what? Let me just say it first. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! When it comes to Celeste and her husband, you're not even sure who's really who's really the violent person, because there are times when you're watching this in the later episodes. Is she really provoking him on purpose? Is she trying to get a rise out of him? It blurs that line. Like I said, I maintain my stance that if you have a lot of good TV to watch, there's no rush. The finale, I knew from probably episode 3 or 4 that Celeste's husband was the one who raped Jane. I knew from episode 1 that their child was the one who bullied the girl. Like that stuff wasn't surprising. What was surprising was Zoe Kravitz becoming instrumental in the death. That I didn't see coming. And like I said, the show was just beautifully executed. It was very beautifully executed. Madeline's husband began to annoy me very much so. I kind of wish he was the one who would die. But overall, he did a good job. This is a show that you can't really multitask on because there's a lot of scene in scenes, and what I mean by this is you'll be watching a scene, and say you're watching Jane run, and you can hear the ocean crashing and stuff like that. You look away, whole time they start showing her chasing the guy who raped her. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to watch the show because and it's not just with Jane, it's other times that they have seen in scenes, and it gives you a bit of the story, so you do want to watch and be careful for that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It was just a very well executed show. Like I said, the story was good. It wasn't surprising, but the story was good. Cinematography was excellent. Acting was superb. Directing was amazing. And you just have an all-star cast. It's a great show to watch. It is a great show to watch. Don't need to be in a rush to watch it, but it's a great show to watch. So you should definitely check it out. If you need something to watch, you need something you could finish in like a week, check out Big Little Lies. So, addendum to my first impression, I was like, oh, murder in a rich upscale white town, beachfront, who cares? It was a decent show. It was a good show. I won't even say decent. It was a good show. Check it out. Thank you for checking out these reviews. Please continue to watch me.